Worthy ones, are you frustrated because you lack purpose? What's up, it's Gene. This word to be great. I know this is very frustrating, especially if you're a guy in your 20s and 30s. You're trying to figure things out. Maybe you just graduate from college, you in college. Maybe you're going to work on a trade. You just got out the military, whatever it is. There's this feeling inside of you that I lack purpose. I don't know what to do in my life. And you get up every morning and you ask yourself, what am I going to do next? What is going to be my next move? And because you have no idea, you walk around every day frustrated because you lack purpose. So in this video, what I want to talk to you about is the importance of creating a purposeful life. So what do I mean by a purposeful life? Well, I came up with my own definition I'm going to read to you guys. And a purposeful life is an intentional life based on your own values and beliefs that give you a sense of purpose. It's a life that's in alignment with you achieving your greatness instead of conforming to others' agenda. And I know that a lot of us, we grew up with certain beliefs. You know, we learned things from our environment. And because we had those beliefs, that is the path that most of us took. So what I want to discuss is 3 things that I learned that helped me going from having a purposeless life to having a purposeful life. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is the importance of developing your own beliefs and values. So when you are going after the thing you want, those are the things that are going to help you stay grounded. You see, I grew up in a church. I grew up very religious background. Every Sunday, my mama had us going to church. And what I didn't realize at the time is some of the things that the pastor was teaching us would have a major effect on my life. You see, today I like to call it poverty religion. I used to sit in that church every Sunday and hear the pastor talk about, you know, how rich people was evil and it was always demonized and successful. But what I could not understand is, why did it seem like that being poor was being virtuous? It just didn't make sense. Because when I walked into the parking lot, I would see all these old cars, which we call hoopties at the time. But then you look at the pastor car and he'd have a new Lincoln, he'd have a new BMW. And when I used to ask older people in the church, why is it that the pastor is so successful and everybody else not? And they say, because he's a man of God. He's supposed to be successful. He's supposed to have this. He's supposed to have that. And I never ever could understand that, because those very people would be complaining about they can't pay their bills. Those very people were struggling with trying to not get evicted. And so it did not fit well with me that they saw more value in the pastor not struggling than in their own life. And another thing that I realized over time that I totally reject now is that I used to listen to the pastor talk about all this poverty stuff, this poverty religion, money is the root of all evil. And everybody would just adopt that thinking, that teaching. But at the same time, I also realized that everybody was relying on the government to provide their needs, like the government was God. You go to church, you hear the poverty religion, and then you sit back and you wait for the government, God, to give you things that's based on welfare or food or whatever. And I just never could understand how we could have this type of thinking. And over the years, I realized that those values and those beliefs weren't aligned with the things I wanted to do, because as I went out to college and I started reading personal development books, and I started realizing that people had obtained wealth and they wasn't doing so because they were stealing. They was working really hard for the things they wanted. Then I started to have a shift in my mindset. I realized that I had this poverty mentality that was fed to me through poverty religion. And if I want to be successful, if I want my goals and dreams to become reality, I had to get away from that. So today I have different values, I have different beliefs, and I value hard work. I value education. I value for going after the things that you truly want in life. And I still believe in God, but I believe that God blesses us for the labor that we put forward. We cannot say that we want things in life and we're not working towards it. And you may believe in God, you may believe in the universe, whatever you call it, but I believe that if you want something in life, you just cannot pray for it. You cannot just meditate for it. You actually have to put the work in. And if you put the work in, I totally believe that any wealth that you accumulate, any success that you have in life, it's because you deserve it, because you was willing to put the work in. So now today, that is my beliefs and my values. So I want to encourage you to come up with your own beliefs and values. See what it is that's holding you back. It may be something you learned in your childhood. Maybe it's a religion. Maybe it's some teacher told you something. I have no idea. But if you want to start realizing your greatness and start living a purposeful life, you have to come up with your own values and beliefs that are going to help you stay grounded when you get in those tough times. And the second thing I realized over the years is that you cannot be afraid to express your passion. See, a lot of us, we are truly passionate for something, but we don't want to talk about it because we're worried about what other people think. For example, the other day I went to the laundromat, right? Now, I met this college student. He was like 23, 24 years old. We get in a conversation. I asked him, I said, hey man, so what your major is? And when he said it in kind of low breath. I didn't hear him. So I said, what's your major? And then he finally said it. And I say, man, he said it was like ecology or something like that. And I say, well, are you passionate about it? He said, yes. I said, okay, tell me about it. And so he started talking to me about global warming, which is now called climate change, which I believe in, by the way. And he started educating me about it. And I was like, wow, I didn't realize how complex this topic was. I mean, this guy was wicked smart. He was passionate about the environment. He was passionate about animals. He was passionate about plants. And I said to him, I say, man, if that's what you're passionate about, don't be afraid to express that. Don't be afraid to talk about that, because it's that passion that's going to allow you to be successful. And I really hope this individual starts a YouTube channel or something, because just the things that he taught me in that small amount of time let me know he's passionate and he's very knowledgeable, and he can really start a mission in the things that he believes in. I see a lot of you all, you are passionate about something, but you're afraid to express it. That's why you feel lost in life. That's why you feel a lack of purpose, because you have to realize that your passion will always lead to your purpose. If you find something you're passionate about that's on the inside of you and you start to pursuing it, then you'll start finding your purpose in life, because you'll be doing something that gives you an opportunity to create a purposeful life. And the third thing is this, man. Listen, when you decide to, challenge the beliefs that you had of the past, you start expressing your passion, you're going to have people that's going to come at you, because those beliefs may contradict their beliefs and their values, especially if they're the individuals who are responsible for shaping your beliefs and values when you was a kid. And see, a lot of you all have to realize this, that when people come at you, if you don't have resilience, meaning that you're willing to stand strong, you keep going forward in your own beliefs and your values, you keep expressing that passion and keep working towards it, then those individuals are going to be able to discourage you and get you to give up on the things you truly want in life. You see, when I decided to get away from the poverty preaching, the poverty religion, I didn't want to hear that stuff no more about money is the root of all evil, and wealthy people are evil, and the rich people are evil, and all that crap. I didn't want to hear that crap no more. And I started going home talking about, investing and wealth and talking to people in my community. What happened was is people would challenge me. What you think? You better than us? Don't you know that listen to those people, that's the path to hell? Rich people are stealing, they're exploiting people. I mean, it was a bunch of crap. And I said to myself, this comes from all that poverty religion. When you have been taught something for so long and you never question it, because one of the big things in that church at the time was you don't question the pastor. You just believe anything that they tell you, which to me is very lazy thinking. I will not let somebody just come and tell me to believe something without thinking for myself. So when I started challenging that, back in my community and even in my own family and things, I got that pushback. I had people saying that I changed, and it was right. I did change. I changed for the betterment of myself. I changed because I have my own values. I changed because I have my own belief system. And you cannot just tell me what I should believe or what I should value. And y'all have to realize this. If you want to live a purposeful life, You have to be resilient. You have to tell yourself every day, these are my beliefs, these are my values, this is my passion, and I'm going to stick to it, despite what anybody else say, despite what anybody else think, because when you can stand your ground with confidence, then you will be living a purposeful life, because now you have made up your mind that I'm going to live with intention. I'm going to work for the things I want. I'm going to keep going in the direction that I want my life to go. See, a lot of you all out there that's so frustrated right now because you lack purpose. You have to realize that you are the key to creating a purposeful life. When you make up your mind, you're going to create your own belief system and you're going to have your own values. When you make up your mind, you're going to express your passion and go after things you truly want. When you make up your mind, you're going to be resilient and you're not going to let somebody else tell you what's best for you, what you should go after in life. You have made up your mind. You're not living for nobody else's agenda. You're going to live a purposeful life. And when you do so, then you'll be on the path of creating that purposeful life that you've always dreamed of, because you are worthy to be great. If you like this video, I want to ask you to like and share this video. Also hit that bell so anytime I post a video, you are notified.